I thought our players were, I asked them before the game to do everything they can to make sure that when people leave this place, they look at the group and say, that's a group that's relentless. And I felt the group was tonight, no question about it. From front to back, and again, we make subs. The guys come in and they do an excellent job to close the game out. There was a lot of fantastic individual performances, but most importantly, there was some fantastic collective performance. So all in all, there's a lot to be proud of tonight. The atmosphere, again, I know I'm talking about it every week, but it was fantastic, and the fans definitely pushed us forward. So
Every win's important, but is this one got more to it, you think?
yeah, I think I wouldn't say it's got more to it. I would say we stuck with our process. We put together again another good performance, and we have to continue to build on it. Ultimately, I've talked a ton this year about making sure that we don't get complacent. We have to come back next week and have the same demeanor, the same mentality, the same relentlessness to make sure that we keep climbing.
Day, this group is 1 point behind guys coming into tonight. Do you sense any sort of extra motivation from this group coming into it, but they treat it like any other game?
Yeah, I think we tried our best to make sure we were treating it like any other game. I'm sure, I have a lot of different personalities in there, a lot of different people. And there were definitely some guys that remember walking off the field in Charleston last year and that feeling while they're lifting a trophy, no question about it. But ultimately, what we've tried to do is make sure that the group focuses on the process, that the group focuses on the performance tonight, and then focuses on the recovery tomorrow and Monday and getting ready to go next weekend.
You had 3 different goal scorers tonight. You lead the league in goals. So was tonight a showing of how many different offensive weapons you can deploy out there to score on a given night?
I think we have a lot of quality. I think we have, most importantly, a lot of good men that want to push one another, that want each other to do well, that want to sacrifice. And for me, when you look at it again, I think I've probably heard that statement numerous times where different goal scorers on the night, but it's a testament to our entire group. Everybody ready to go, everybody ready when their number's called. And I think every single player in that locker room has a lot to be proud of tonight.
You surprised that Phil was so quick to put his name up on the board like that?
No, I wasn't. Honestly, this is a kid. One of the biggest reasons I brought him in was because of his mentality. When we played against him every single time, whether they were winning, whether they were losing, it didn't matter. He ran, he pushed, he fought. And if you look at his very first run, he earns us a corner 10 seconds into his shift when the other team thinks that the ball's going out, and those are the things that he brings. So when you look at the relationship him and Wilson have, I spoke with him the other day. He said one of the biggest things that have made this transition easy was the conversations him and Willie are having. That's the mark of a really good group and a group that is together. And so, Phil's got a lot to be proud of, but again, he'll be the first to tell you that Will bringing him on board and Wilson, making sure that he's doing everything that he can to help him tactically. That's a big reason for it.
Taylor hit a great ball to Jansen second goal.
Yeah.
How crucial is he been to your success as a forward this season?
He's critical. He's critical. I think too many people look at him as just somebody that is very good with the ball at his feet. But I mean, the amount of tackles that he got in today, the amount of times he won the ball back for us, he is composed, level-headed. For me, one of the best midfielders in this league by far. And he should reflect on the performance like all of us. But he played a critical role tonight, and he's played it all season up to this point.
Last thing from you. We've asked you a lot of different questions since you've taken this job about reflecting on how far this club has come from playing in a baseball stadium to playing in front of 13,000. Do you take a night like tonight to reflect on that at all? I know it's hard to do when you're in the middle of a title race.
Yeah, I think I choose to try to save those thoughts for the end of the season, no matter what the end result is. In these moments, I try to reflect on the game to improve. I'll be back to work tomorrow to go through the film, see where we needed to be better. But at the end of the seasons, typically, I do spend a lot of time reflecting on it, and there's things to be proud of. There's things to obviously be better at. But like a night like tonight, I'm going to focus on the reflection on this game.
I think they caught you being pretty excited on that first goal.
They did.
When you heard the roar of like 13,000 plus,
They did.
What is that feeling like?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, and I think one of the biggest things is obviously you hear the crowd, but you see the joy in the players' faces. You see the joy in the guys that you work with every single day that are pushing one another every single day. And those are the moments, I tell these guys all the time, those are the moments and the memories that when you're done playing that you'll remember, and that's what this game is about. It's about relationships, pushing people to be better, and winning championships. And I have a group that I know enjoys being around one another, leaves everything on the field every single time they come to work for training and for games, and that wants each other to do well. That's a recipe for success. Football is a game that has a lot of different bounces, but I do know I have a group that shows me week in and week out that they're special.